Welcome back to my channel. Right before I started school, I decided to treat myself a little bit, and I got a bunch of books. I always bring a book with me to school, and I'll read. I'll go to my class and sit outside the room. I'll get there 20 minutes early, and I'll just read for those 20 minutes or until we start class. One of my classes this semester is actually a forms class, forms of fiction class, and so our reading list is 8 books long, and they're all, I think, considered YA fiction, which is my niche. If you've been watching this channel for any length of time, you probably already know that. I love YA fiction. It's one of my favorites. Fantasy falls into the same kind of area. I love it so much. But anyway, I thought that I would film a book haul and show you all the books that I got. There are 15 books sitting in a stack right beside me, and I'm going to show you what they are. First book right off the top is The Summoning by Kelley Armstrong. And this one, and The Reckoning by Kelley Armstrong. Ooh, there's my fancy bookmark, my Fairy Loot bookmark, peeking out of that because I just finished it today. I actually have the second, this is books 1 and 3 in the Darkest Minds series. And I actually have the second book, The Awakening. This is about a young girl named Chloe Saunders, who is a necromancer, and she is put into a boarding house for troubled teens, or mentally unstable teens, I think is what they use. That's what they call it. It's called the Lyle House. And while there, she realizes that it's not exactly what it seems. And so her and some of the other teens there escape and spend the next couple books running away from the Edison group, which is the people that were targeting them and trying to mutate them and their powers. Next one is actually a book series I've wanted to read for a long time. I think I may have read the first book, but I don't remember anything about it. Soul Screamers by Rachel Vincent. Oh, My Soul to Lose is the prequel. I'll read the blurb for My Soul to Take. She's always felt different, but now Kaylee discovers why. The screams that cannot be denied mean that someone near her will die, and she can never save them because saving one life means taking another. The next one, Raised by Wolves by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. I read this in middle school, don't remember anything about it. That seems to be the theme with all the books I got from thrift books. And it says, rescued by the alpha of a werewolf pack after a rogue werewolf brutally killed her parents, 15-year-old Bryn knows only the pack life and the rigid social hierarchy that controls it. But then she discovers Chase, a newly turned werewolf, locked in a cage in her alpha's basement. Seeing him, Bryn feels a bond unlike anything she's ever experienced, but speaking to him brings up questions about her mysterious past. The hunt for answers will drive her farther from the wolves who raised her and closer to the truth that will change everything. I don't know if the series title, but it's Shiver, Linger, and Forever by Maggie Stivather. Grace has spent years watching the wolves in the woods behind her house. One yellow-eyed wolf, her wolf, watches back. He feels deeply familiar to her, but she doesn't know why. Sam has lived 2 lives. As a wolf, he keeps the silent company of a girl he loves, and then for a short time each year he is human, never daring to talk to Grace, until now. For Grace and Sam, the love has always been kept at a distance, but once it's spoken, it cannot be denied. Sam must fight to stay human, and Grace must fight to keep him, even if it means taking on the scars of the past, the fragility of the present, and the impossibility of the future. Next, we're moving on to, I think the rest are all books that I got for class. The first one from this batch is If I Love You, Am I Trapped Forever by M.E. Kerr. And this, I actually just read this for class. I am 2 weeks early reading it, and I have some opinions on it. I am going to post them on my blog. If you want to go check that out, I will leave a link in the description down below. It's about Alan Bennett, who is a high school senior, and he is basically your average popular guy who's also a writer. He's good at everything, he's charming, he's nice, he's got a great girlfriend, and he's also a bully. And he bullies a kid called Duncan Stein, who he calls Doomed, and Doomed suddenly becomes super popular. And it's like every book I've ever read flipped the opposite way, where I'm reading from the point of view of someone that is the antagonist. That's what I'm trying to get at. But anyway, stay tuned for a review of that coming up soon. Next is The Nowhere Girls by Amy Reed, which I'm about to read very, very soon. This is about Grace Salter, Rosina Suarez, and Erin DeLillo? I think that's how you pronounce it. I'm not sure. Ooh, Grace wants nothing more than to be invisible at her new school, but when she learns that Lucy Moynihan, the former occupant of her new home, was run out of town after accusing the popular guys at school of gang rape, she convinces Rosina and Aaron to join her mission to get justice for Lucy. They perform an anonymous group of girls at Prescott High to resist the sex culture at their school, which includes boycotting sex of any kind with the male students. As the Nowhere girls grow in number, their movement becomes about more than sex and transforms the lives of its members, their school, and the entire community. Anyway, the next one is Feed by M.T. Anderson. And the blurb says, when there's a constant stream of games, shows, chats, and ads feeding directly into your brain, does the world make sense without it? Titus and his friends have never wondered about the streaming until a hacker causes their feeds to malfunction, leaving them stuck on the moon with nothing but their own thoughts for days. If that weren't mind-boggling enough, Titus meets Violet, a girl who has made the conscious decision to fight the feed. This smart, savage satire depicts a future that is unnervingly close to the here and now. Next is a very, very small one, Boy Meets Boy by David Leviathan. And it says on the back, love is never easy, especially if you're Paul. He is a sophomore at a high school like no other, and these are his friends. Infinite Darlene, the homecoming queen and star quarterback. Joni, Paul's best friend who may not be his best friend anymore. Tony, his other best friend who can't leave the house unless his parents think he's going on a date with a girl. Kyle, the ex-boyfriend who won't go away. Rip, the school or R.I.P. maybe? It's in all caps, so I can't tell. I don't know. The school bookie who sets the odds. And Noah, the boy, the one who changes everything. Love meets love, confusion meets clarity, and boy meets boy. You know it exists. You know it's important to read. Everyone loves it, and I'm so excited to read it myself. Eleanor and Park by Rainbow Rowell. Set over the course of one school year, this is a story of two star-crossed 16-year-olds, smart enough to know that first love almost never lasts, but brave and desperate enough to try. The next one I got from Amazon, and it is I Am Not Your Perfect Mexican Daughter by Erica L. Sanchez. How on earth can Julia fall in love or find the truth under the never-blinking eyes of her parents? From debut author Erica L. Sanchez comes a laugh-out-loud and poignant novel about losing a sister and finding yourself. The next one is The Hate You Give by Angie Thomas, but it says, 16-year-old Star Carter moves between two worlds, the poor black neighborhood where she lives and the fancy suburban prep school she attends. The uneasy balance between these worlds is shattered when Star witnesses the fatal shooting of her childhood best friend Khalil at the hands of a police officer. Khalil was unarmed. Soon afterwards, Khalil's death is a national headline. Some are calling him a thug, maybe even a drug dealer, a gangbanger. Star's best friend at school suggests he may have had it coming when it becomes clear that the police have little interest in investigating the incident. Protesters take to the streets, and Star's neighborhood becomes a war zone. What everyone wants to know is what really went down that night, and the only person alive who can answer that is Star. But what Star does or does not say could destroy her community. It could also endanger her life. Angie Thomas's searing debut about an ordinary girl in extraordinary circumstances addresses issues of racism and police violence with intelligence, heart, and unflinching honesty. The last one is kind of funny. I have kind of a funny thing to say about it. The next one is Children of Blood and Bone by Tommy Adeyemi, I think. I don't know if I'm saying that right. I hope I am. This book, I have seen so many different pamphlets and ads and things for this book. I've never had little pamphlets. I've never seen so many things advertising one book before in my life that I almost feel like it's fate that I am reading it, like this book. I know that sounds stupid, but it's true. I feel like I am. Oh, this is long. Okay. First of all, look at that. That's a gorgeous little thing. And there's a map. I love maps. Zelie Adebola remembers when the soil of... Oh, there's a lot of words in here that I have no idea how to pronounce, man. Okay. When the soil of Orisha hummed with magic. Burners ignited flames, tiders beckoned waves, and Zelie's reaper mother summoned forth souls. But everything changed once magic disappeared. Under the orders of a ruthless king, the Magi were targeted and killed, leaving Zelie without a mother and her people without hope. Now Zelie has one chance to bring back magic and strike against the monarchy. With the help of a rogue princess, Zelie must outwit and outrun the crown prince who is hell-bent on eradicating magic for good. Danger lurks in Orisha, where snow lipanaires prowl and vengeful spirits wait in the waters. Yet the greatest threat may be Zelia herself as she struggles to control her powers and her growing feelings for an enemy. Anyway, I'm really excited to read that book. I'm excited to read all of these books. I love books so much. Books are fun, and buying books is amazing. And I've been talking for 30 minutes, so I should stop. But thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you've read any of these books, let me know what you thought of them down in the comments below. If you have any that you're gonna get now, let me know. If you decide you want to go buy some of these, let me know which ones. And if you want my opinions on any of these books, definitely let me know. I'm going to be writing responses to all of the ones for class. I have to write a bunch of stuff for them anyway. I have to like give my opinions and thoughts on each of them, so let me know. Let me know if you want to see those. I'll probably post them on my blog. If you want me to talk about any in particular on here, I can definitely do that. I have no problem doing it. It might take a little bit, but I can do it. If you like this video, hit the like button. Do subscribe because it's really fun and I think it's nice. And you'll probably see more stuff like this. Or maybe something else. I'm really weird in that manner. I like to do a bunch of different stuff. So I'm really good at this if you can't tell. Anyway, I'll see you guys again soon. Bye!